I told you that one of the biggest reasons I'm able to run a really busy real estate business, keep my household moving forward, and still feel somewhat sane is because I literally plan to fail. Now, not in a self-sabotage way, and not because I don't want to do well, but because nobody is perfect 100% of the time, and pretending I am is the fastest way to get overwhelmed and shut down and fall off the rails completely. So today, I'm sharing the systems that I've built in my life and in my business that allow me to miss the mark with grace and still stay on track. Now, these are things that are hard to keep up with when you get busy, tired, stressed, or you just don't feel like it. And instead of beating myself up when that happens, as I tend to do, recovering perfectionist here, I built safety nets instead. Now, if you're new here, hi, I'm Corie. I'm a realtor, a business owner, theater person, and a human who very much does not have it all together. But I do have systems that help keep me moving forward. And if you like real life, productivity, honest conversations, and tools you can actually use, hit subscribe and stick around. Okay, let's get into it. First here, I want to talk a little bit about mindset before we talk about systems. I want to explain why I think this matters so much. I believe deeply in Pareto's principle. It's also known as the 80-20 rule. And if I am doing the most important 20% of things 80% of the time, I'm doing really, really well. Life is not perfect. Business isn't perfect. Energy isn't consistent. And Pareto's principle tells us that 20% of the activities give us 80% of the results and vice versa. So if you're doing the most important 20%, you are doing a really good job. And planning for perfection, the thing I always try to do, is one of the most reliable ways to guarantee failure. So instead, I build autopilot moments into my life. These are places where I can reflect, reorient, and gently get myself back on track without shame, because shame makes me shut down and I don't like it. So let's talk about the systems. My first system is my family communication system, and that is our Sunday family dinner and meeting. This is absolutely one of the most impactful systems we have. My family comes before my business, and every Sunday night we have an opportunity to sit down, put our phones away other than to look at the agenda. We sit at the table, we eat a beautiful meal that I've prepared, and we have a simple, intentional conversation. It's usually 10 to 15 minutes. The agenda is literally questions. Things like, what went well this week? What didn't go so well? What do you have coming up? How can I support you? And what or who needs attention around the house? Also at this time, we look at the previous week's budget. Are we on track? Are we behind? Are we ahead? Where can we cut to be able to give more here if we need it? We also celebrate our wins. We are celebrating each other because we're acknowledging our goals during this time, and we're revisiting goals. So we celebrate our wins here. We also acknowledge our misses without shame. A miss is not a bad thing. It's just, hey, what do we do different next time? We also plan date night at this time, and we also just reconnect. We just look each other in the eyes and have a real conversation about what went well and what didn't that week. And this is our weekly autopilot reset. If we got off track, we get back on track together. If we feel disconnected, we reconnect. And if life got messy, we just steady the plane. Sometimes the only goal for the week is to survive. And it keeps our systems running, but it also keeps us emotionally connected. And honestly, that matters just as much. The next is my business reset system, which is my Monday morning business meeting. This is my same idea, but just in a different domain. Every Monday morning, I sit down and I revisit my yearly goals, my 411, which is monthly and weekly goals, and it's a Keller Williams goal setting tool. And what I actually did last week, what needs to happen this next week, what can I delegate if I am feeling overwhelmed in my business, and how my business budget is tracking. Sometimes I am crushing it, and sometimes I'm like, oof, yeah, that did not happen. So because I visit and revisit weekly, I never drift too far off course. This is why I call it planning to fail. I assume that there will be times that I lose momentum. So I build a system that automatically gives me that momentum back and gives me that excitement back. Next one may seem a little mundane after those two, but it's our laundry system. So let's talk about laundry. I have no problem putting a load in the wash every day. In an hour or so, I have no problem transferring that load from the washer to the dryer. And I, in fact, have no problem taking that load out of the dryer and then putting it on the counter in my laundry room. So sorting it and putting it away, that is where laundry goes to die in my house. And eventually it does become laundry mountain. And it was a pain point in our house and in our marriage and in my life. So instead of pretending I'm going to suddenly become a laundry will weigh immediately person, I built a system around my reality. So now we have 3 baskets. In my laundry room, in my counter, I have a household basket, a basket for my stuff, and a basket for my husband's things. When the laundry is done, I sort it into the baskets. Then the baskets go to the correct closet, so my closet or my husband's closet, and we each put away our own basket when we can, when we have the time. And it's great. We actually have separate closets, which makes this so much easier. This is a new system when we moved into this house. We have separate closets. So there's no resentment, no why didn't you do your laundry, no giant mountain staring at me, because it's just tucked away nicely in a closet. It allows us to fail at laundry without everything falling apart. And it works beautifully. I am not someone who likes to stare at like a laundry mountain. That stresses me out because I'm like, it's so much work that needs to be done. I also don't like overflowing laundry hampers. So this actually works great because it just goes in the basket and it gets tucked away. It's like we have like little cubbies in our closet, so they just like goes away perfectly. You can't even tell that it's undone laundry, and it's fantastic. Next, I want to talk about planning to fail at my nighttime skincare. So real talk, there are absolutely nights where I'm too tired to wash my face, and I used to either beat myself up for it or just sleep in my makeup, which is way worse. So now I keep makeup wipes in my vanity. Yes, they are not ideal. Yes, they are not environmentally friendly and they are wasteful. I get that, but they are so much better for me than doing nothing. Sometimes planning to fail means choosing the better but still imperfect option instead of demanding perfection and then doing nothing when you can't hit it. My next system for planning to fail is my self-care Sunday. This is my hygiene, medication, self-maintenance catch-all system, because here's the truth. When I'm tired, sometimes I don't floss consistently. Sometimes I forget or skip over certain skincare steps. Sometimes I fall behind on things like trimming my nails, shaving my legs, organizing my medications. So Sunday night is my reset. After I have dinner, I go take a bath. I turn on an audiobook and I floss. I use mouthwash. I do masks. I deep condition my hair. I exfoliate. I clip my nails if I need it. I organize my medication for the week. And I handle any like beauty or health maintenance tasks that I put off. There are certain things that I'm like, it's just so much work to do every day. Like put lotion on your body every day. I don't. But on Sundays I do. And I will tell you, honestly, I don't do everything every week. There are a few non-negotiables, but the rest are optional. I always floss on Sunday night, but the rest are pretty optional. I'm just looking at, hey, what would benefit me this week? A face mask would benefit me this week. Doing my nails would benefit me. Taking calluses off my feet would benefit me. There's always a reset coming on Sunday, so I know that I can handle it then. The next system is my grocery and gas habit stack. I grocery pick up every single Friday. Why? Because Fred Meyer gives 4 times the fuel reward points, and that alone would be reason enough, but I habit stack on top of it. And since I am already there at Fred Meyer, I also top off my gas tank. That means I do not stress about gas during the week. I don't push it to empty, and I don't interrupt a busy day for it because I usually don't have time. And then throughout the week, we add items to the app in the grocery store. You can just put items in the cart. And then before I schedule the pickup, so either Thursday night or early Friday morning, I will audit that list and audit the budget. And truthfully, throughout the week, I'm just throwing anything that I have a craving for in there, or anything that's going to go in a meal that I'm thinking I'm going to make. But that craving that made sense on Tuesday may not make sense anymore. Or we're over budget. What do we cut? And it just helps give me a place to check in and make sure we're aligned. I'm planning for human me instead of the ideal version of me. Human me, if I just put all my groceries in a cart and went all at once, would absolutely buy all the treats. Next is my household maintenance tasks. This one's been pretty life-changing. So I have a list on my phone. It's the to-do list, an iPhone, and I have weekly household tasks, monthly household tasks, and annual tasks. And here's the thing. It's there as a reference tool. I don't actually have to get everything on any of those lists done every week, month, or year. There is no guilt attached to this. Absolutely zero guilt attached to the outcome of that checklist. It is not a checklist I must complete. It's simply a menu. When I have time, I look at it and say, what haven't I done in a while? What actually matters to me most right now? What would have the biggest impact in my life right now? These are things like cleaning the dishwasher filter, running cleaner in the washing machine, deep cleaning certain areas, decluttering areas. And you know what? If I do a portion of it, amazing. If I don't get up to all of it, still okay. It's Pareto's principle in action. Do enough, consistently enough, and you're doing great. So that is what I mean when I say I plan to fail. I don't plan to be irresponsible. I don't plan to neglect things. I just plan for the fact that I'm human. I get tired. I get busy. Life shows up. And instead of letting all of that noise derail everything, I build systems that help me re-enter, reset, and keep going with grace. So if this helped you, let me know in the comments. What's one area of your life where you need to plan to fail and build a softer landing for yourself? And if you want more real life systems and practical tools, hit subscribe. Thank you for being here. I'm Corie Burke. You can reach me at corieburke@gmail.com, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.